Down brown trousers.
Hello, everybody. We're live.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, this is going to be so professional.
I'm here to lower the tone, everybody.
Usually,
Mission
that's my,
accomplished.
They've brought me on
Usually-
especially.
usually
because
that's my job.
This program's been far too decent for far too long. So here I am to basically ruin it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mr. Brown. Welcome to the show. Shall we start as we mean to go on and get the guests on? And they're already on. So set your Jedi power wands to stunning and brave, your Photoshop automation to full power. He's an ambassador for Wuhan. We have the wonderful, not Brian Young. Hello.
Good evening, Brown. Good evening, Chad. Good evening, fellow guests.
Evening.
How's
Shall we
tricks?
get the next guest on?
They're already on.
Well, tell you what, shall I boot him off? He's the jester from Leicester. Watch out, War and Peace. Will he ever finish that novel? It's Swappity Swap Shop.
Oh, good evening, gentlemen. Just mopping my eyes at the moment, if you'll excuse me.
I'm feeling quite moist myself.
Yes, indeed, yes. Almost choked on my tea about 5 minutes ago, so I'm still recovering.
So you're good, yes.
I'm all right.
He's back, isn't he? The legend.
Yes, it's been far too long. Brown, what are you playing at, for God's sake? I'm glad you've actually got a midweek stream going on, or an early week stream going on, to actually get him on the show for once.
Somebody say a week stream.
Yeah, I thought that. Maybe he should drink more. Or have a prostate examination.
Sometimes in life, you just have to slum it with the peasantry. It's the posh boy himself, the wonderful Lord Cord.
Hello there.
Hello, my friend.
How are you?
Well,
I'm going to be posh and insist you go first.
Some posh totty.
That's what she said. How many subscribers have you added this very day?
I don't know because I don't remember where we were yesterday. But
the arrogance of the man.
We're on 1,040 now, I think. I'll check.
Wow, that's amazing. Well done, mate.
Yes,
In such a short
1,040.
time, yeah, that is really good.
That is absolutely fantastic.
It's not bad. Can't complain.
It's
Yes.
the earlier stages are the hardest to get subs, I understand, so you're doing really well.
I hope that's true and that we've not just done it in reverse and actually we had a really, really easy early stage and then it's going to be really difficult from this point onwards. I can see that happening.
I will just say to Melvin in the chat, sorry, buddy, we're a little bit late. Sorry, bud. We were too busy setting up for the show, so I do apologise. Evening, Melvin. Hello, my friend. So, Lord, you're great, yes?
I'm okay, thank you.
Matt won, or is it I is in as well? Hello, Matt here. You all right? He says, in fact, tell you what, look, here we go. I'll try and be professional. Look at that. That's awesome, Lord Cord. You guys deserve it.
Thank you very much.
Because you're worth it.
Oh, yes, he's very good. And here we go. And last, but by no means least, he's trademarked his name, you know, he's got a TM after it. It's the retro waffle himself. Here we go. It's Trev TM.
I say, why don't we go down the Vale and bugger some plebeians?
Well, the plebeians unfortunately tend to be a little bit unclean.
Well, you know, talking from experience, there's always wet wipes and Dettol. It worked for James Herriot.
I think you might need to upgrade that to a bleach, actually. But
James Herriot, he liked a bit of cow felching, didn't he?
Don't knock it till you try it. That's my motto.
Oh, well, whatever floats your boat, Brown.
So,
hello, everybody.
Yes, Trevor, are you well?
Oh, I'm exceedingly well now. I've had a couple of Ferrero Rochers and a swig of brandy by the fireside. I was about to
Yes.
put my fingers in a couple of holes, but bowling's off tonight.
Moving swiftly on. So everything is well in Trevorland, yes? Yes,
It is.
yes,
I want to say hello
yes,
to
yes.
Melvin. That's a great name, Melvin Deeply.
It
I
sounds
like
like one of
that.
your little doodad. You know, your pictures, what you were doing the other day.
Yeah, yeah.
Melvin
Yeah,
Deeply.
I must say hello to Tristan Shout, who's listening to me. He's on Jane's books, and it's
Is he now?
Pluff, as in Clough. It's not plough.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Can you hear me?
So I'll just say, Mr. Brown Alliance, please like, share, subscribe, do all the usual bollocks. We're just kind of, I think we're just cocking about tonight in honor of the mighty man himself, Mr. Trevor. So
Hello.
maybe a little bit of pop culture, but
A bit of shenanigans.
yes, just a bit of cocking about. I know you're a big fan of this, and if I've done my slides correctly.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I will just say to, I think all the YouTubers in the known galaxy, I think Picard and Lost Cord, Lord Cord will back me up on this, is the gift that keeps giving, isn't it?
Oh yeah, but Drinker's tapped out now. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, he's got no staying power.
He's tapped out. He's officially overboard with the bullshit. He's had enough. No more Picard reviews.
But at least like season 1 was consciously evil and it had a point, which was to destroy things. See, I can see why you would tap out of season 2, because season 2 just doesn't give a fuck. And it is actually a chore to sit down and actually watch it. So
Yeah.
I can see why people are tapping out.
It's like having a tooth pulled, but from your arse.
By Patrick Stewart.
Oh, God.
Engage number 1. I'm going for a number 2.
So, Trevor, you're loving it, obviously.
Well, they've changed the queue, haven't they, now? Q's gone mad because the Q continuum is now the LBGTQ. Although I'm understanding they've added another 12 letters this past week.
Oh, please tell me more. I was unaware of this.
Oh, I don't know. According to Bearing, it's LGTBQLMNOPQRSTUV.
Is it not is it not A B C D E F G H I J K L M N M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z?
Welcome to Getting the Alphabet Wrong on the Mr. Brown Alliance channel.
Since when was this fucking Sesame Street?
That's just the English characters. You've got all the Greek letters to go.
Look, Mr. Brown's got 5 people on his stream. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fucking idiots.
Fewer people than there are letters in the acronym. Do you want to know that the actual, I think this is so far the official full version of that acronym. This is not ironic. This is actually from Duke University. This is LGBTQQIP2SAA, which stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, questioning, queer, intersex, pansexual, two-spirit, androgynous, and asexual. That is, I think that's where it stands at the moment, but tomorrow there will be another 3.
Where's Leah Thompson in that?
Somewhere
She's
between
in the drink.
the 2 A's and the S, I think.
Well, the A and the S and the S.
Anyway, I'm disappointed. People like me aren't represented in that because I'm my own sexuality. I'm M.
I think that puts you under questioning.
No, I'm a definite M. I'm monosexual. My wife keeps telling me I'm a wanker.
Well, to be
Now,
fair,
soon to be a
she's not the
fucking
only
wanker.
one, though, is she? Really?
Yeah, but Fanny looks like Predator. And I dread it at night times every time I hear, over here, over here. I'm like, fucking hell, I can't go hard on. I'm impotent, darling. Last time I saw her flaps, I'm sure they went.
Oh, Christ.
You're going to get my channel struck off.
Oh, it's like a tray of slop liver. Oh dear, it's like a fucking ram raid at a blood bank. Honestly. Oh,
Fucking hell. That's Rennie never coming back on the channel after that one.
Sorry, Rennie. I need to blow my nose. Brian, take over.
Oh, that Trav.
She loves you.
Me?
No, him stood behind you.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, Keith.
Rennie's got a dark sense of humour, mate, so I don't think you can.
Dark as fuck. Great
Well,
girl. Dark as
you
fuck.
know, I did say to it last time I were on stream. You ever seen a fat man with a little cock? Look behind you, love. Oh, dear. I won't mind a trip to Texas. And I killed the stream.
That's good.
Hello.
Where's the? I lost the link with Texas there.
Well, she lives in Texas. And, you know, I quite like to let her sample my British beef.
She's
dear.
spoken for.
Is
She
she?
get married. She's getting married
Oh, fucking hell.
to a very, very lucky,
Oh, yeah.
lucky boy.
Oh, dear.
Edge of Time, who removed the umlaut from the E because it's easier to type. Edge of Time says, "Talk about mud flaps. My girl's got 'em."
My
Oh,
wife's
yes.
got beef curtains. Honestly, you could treat her fanny like a pie because you'd have to stretch it over a pie and cut all them edges off. It's like pastry in there, Jesus.
Welcome to the Toxic Male channel, everybody.
There's nobody more toxic than me.
I don't know.
I'm a proper party killer.
We were talking after the stream yesterday. What's the best way to attract new viewers to this channel?
Not have me on.
Hey, look who's in. Way! Bishop! Stream killer.
Time no see.
Is that how you pronounce it? Bidget.
Yeah, hello, Bishop. Good to see you, mate.
Huh?
I would just say
Bridget.
if
Did
there's
you just say
anything,
Bridget?
Bishop.
All this time I've been thinking you've been saying Bridget, and it's actually a guy. So no.
I thought you were talking about Bridget the midget for a second.
It's-
I was
it's-
getting
it's-
excited.
Well, it's either Big T Moore or Bishop Moore. We call him Bishop Moore.
Oh, sorry, I've knocked the thing so it's not in comments. I mean, there we go. Sorry, I wonder what you were on about. Hello, everybody.
Moving swiftly on. Bishop, good to see you, mate. I will say to the 5,000 people who are watching, if there's anything you want to
You
talk
mean
about,
5,000?
yes. If there's anything you want to talk about while we're here cocking about, throw it in the chat. I'm sure
Well-
Trev's got an opinion. He's got an opinion about everything.
Well, you know me. Oh dear. I give other channels something to talk about.
If lady parts are not your thing, suggest another topic, chat, and we'll get stuck right into it.
Let's talk about that racer. Look at that saddle. Be like sitting on a razor blade.
So, Trev, going back to the original question, have you been watching Picard then?
I have, intently.
You've stuck with it, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
All of them.
It's like having AIDS in your eyes, honestly. It's terrible. Oh, there's not enough eye bleach, but I continue to watch it in the hopes. See, episode 1, I thought, hang on a minute, Kurtzman's had a kick in bollocks.
Yeah, I
and
thought
he's-
that as well.
And he's realised where he's going wrong, and it's like, wow, this is suddenly Star Trek again. And then second episode, it's like, what the fuck knockers this?
Yeah, the creep, the creep just comes in, doesn't it? And you just know you've.
No, it was an instant whack in the balls. It's like Kurtzman went, got you assholes. Yeah. There's certain elements that I've liked, but I can see a lot of what's going to
7 of
happen
9.
plot-wise. I mean, I said weeks ago that Jurati is going to be the new Borg Queen. It's headed that way.
That's the
Every
drummer
Go on.
from Scott Pilgrim.
Unfortunately, yeah. She was in Goon as well. She was shit in that too.
moving swiftly.
Doesn't she look like a spitting image puppet that's not been made up? It's like, I don't know. It's like, Sloth from Goonies. It's like he had facial reconstruction and came out as Alison Pill. Hey, you Picard! You're my friend, Picard. Smell my poopy.
She is so fucking annoying. She is essentially just the Rose Tico of Star Trek franchise.
Oh, I don't know. In that first episode of season 2, she did this sort of like a Ponzi lean back. And I thought, oh God, here we go again. I tell you who she reminds me of now. Oh God, what's it called? That sequel to Silence of the Lambs. Oh, come
Hannibal?
on. No.
Red Dragon?
No.
Manhunter.
Hannibal
go.
Rising?
The
There's a
one
joke
where
coming
he goes to Italy and he... Come on.
I think
They
that one's
disembowels-
Hannibal.
Well, yeah, say it's that then, because I can't remember. But Alison Pill looks like Mason Verger in that film. You know who Gary Oldman played? He said, Mason, would you like a popper? And I said, yeah. Can you water my eyes for me? I got no lids. She looks just like him, doesn't she?
I've not seen it, so I can't comment.
I can't, but I can
don't know.
imagine.
She's not going to win any fucking pageants, is she?
Probably not.
No. Well, anyway, through its ups and downs, I noticed it's very socio-political America. Lots of digs at immigration and ICE. They were a big target. Wasn't overly keen on the redacted or retconned Guinan because that kind of pissed on the Next Generation episodes. When they went back in time to San Francisco.
Times Arrow, yeah.
Yeah. Parts 1 and 2.
Because that's how shit they are.
Yeah, and they got a completely different actress. While she emulated Whoopi Goldberg to a certain extent, I don't know. You can't change an established character who's actually been in it at the beginning. She was in episodes in was it the first episode? It was, wasn't it?
It was. She started popping in TNG season 2.
No, I mean, and she was in Picard. She was actually in Picard.
Oh, she was in the first episode, wasn't
1,
she?
season 2, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, she says, "Oh, I'm getting old now. Oh, I've decided to let myself go." But she did that about 30 years ago, anyway. But it's changing somebody just because you can. They could have
And they
CGI'd her. So anyway, yeah, redeeming qualities so far.
Is it racist though to CGI black people?
I don't know. You tell me.
Lord Cord, you'd know.
I think it depends how you
fucking
CGI
racist.
them.
Right.
Well, no, everyone's racist except actually for Whoopi Goldberg, who, despite being a racist against Jews, is not a racist because you're not allowed to be a racist and black at the same time. That's the rule.
Yeah. I can go with that.
Because she was a bit naughty, wasn't she? And just got away with it.
Yeah, what was it? The Holocaust was just a bunch of white folks trying to kill each other. Yeah, that's a good take, Whoopi. You go, girl. You slay, queen.
Let's all be a hypocrite, but I can get away with it because I'm a lovely chocolate-coloured lady.
Moving on. In the
Anyway.
chat, quickly, Bijot says new Thor 4 trailer. Is it me or does it look pants? It looks pants, mate, and we're gonna play it later.
I've heard one good thing about it. Yeah, I've heard one person say anything kind about that.
Well, apart from Natalie Portman, she probably said something good about it.
Oh, Mr. Brown.
Yes.
Mr. Brown, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I feel like fucking
Yes.
Basil Brush here.
Yes.
Mr. Brown. Jonathan in the chat says, how can you have an old Guinan in the 1800s but a young Guinan in 2021?
In the chats, the wonderful Jonathan Frost. Jonathan, I made you a moderator, by the way, because you kind of pop up regularly. How can you have this? Is a good question. Trev, would you like to read it? It's such a good question. Would you like to read it?
Are you deaf?
Pardon?
Jesus.
You what?
I'd already read it once. Right. Jonathan Frost in the chat says, can I do it in the style of the Lord?
You're going to do it anyway.
By all means.
How can you have an old Guinan in the 1800s without a chain round her neck, but a young Guinan in 2024?
That's a good question.
And
Can
has
any
she
of
got
the
white
panel?
feet?
I like the correction there, Trev.
What was that?
Well, he's put 2021 and you said 2024. Next one.
Oh, right. Okay. I was just being observant is all.
Occasionally, Trev can be professional. Not often.
When did this fucking happen?
A long time ago. Jacob Ironside. Hello, my friend. Good to see you.
Anyway, you sort of cut me off in my run, Brownie.
Sorry,
If I
sir.
can call you Brownie. Is that racist to call you Brownie?
Yes, probably, but you're
Sorry.
okay. Sorry.
Person of rum colour that's between black and white, but not grey, like an NCP or an NPC rather. So interestingly enough, in the last episode of Picard, can you remember? Oh, I can't remember the name of the episode, but in Voyager, where Captain Braxton kept going through time to blow up Voyager.
That was was that the episode where what's his name? The time ship crashed. Was it that one?
No, that's Future's End Part 1 and 2. Later in the timeline of Voyager, the Captain Braxton...
He was angry, wasn't he? And he was seeking revenge.
He got temporal psychosis.
Yes.
Through too many temporal incursions. In Voyager later on, he was the captain of the time ship Relativity.
Yeah.
Now, his first officer... oh, shut up. He was in Picard last week.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
He played an FBI agent. Yeah, there we go.
But was it the actual Braxton character then? Yes.
I don't know, but she did that silly ritual about someone in a queue, and then he turned up. So I thought at first it was Q, or maybe it is Q. But
so
did you notice there was apparently Q is trying to teach Picard a lesson. That's why he was stuck in his own brain loop. So James Callis made a return to science fiction.
That's Boltar, isn't it? They've been trolling Battlestar Galactica, haven't they?
Well, they've been trolling quite a lot of programs, I think, to be honest. But yeah, it was nice to see him make a return to sci-fi, and
he's a good actor.
I don't really want to give any spoilers, but can I say who he turned out to be?
I don't think nobody gives a shite anyway.
Well, it turns out it's Picard's dad, and Picard always thought his dad was bad, but his mum was mad. So, mad mum, bad dad, and it was a whole, I don't know, I think it was a lesson in mental illness and how people judge and can often sometimes get things wrong, perceive things incorrectly. Like Picard had got a bad impression of his dad, but it was actually his mother who was faulty. But something that really annoyed me, where was Robert?
Yeah, good point.
Where was Robert Picard?
He's actually the only French person in the entire family, I think, wasn't he?
Well, Robert was his older brother. So where was he?
Family episode, season 4 episode.
It was the follow-on from
Best of Both Worlds.
Yeah.
What a that is one of my favourite Star Trek episodes of TNG.
Yeah.
And did you notice
top
that
draw?
The child actor who played Rene Picard actually played Captain Picard when they all got shrunk down in that transporter accident? You ever see that episode?
Top trivia.
Yes, I remember that.
Ensign Rowe, Guinan, Captain Picard, and I can't remember who the other one was. Keiko O'Brien.
Yeah.
They all got temporarily inverted into kids.
Would that be problematic though nowadays?
Sounds
Or
a bit
would it-
Jimmy Savile, that, doesn't it?
Lovely.
Yeah, it does.
I've got a letter from Quark of Deep Space Nine. It says, "Can you fix it for me to see Gorgon glitter from Klingon is the Klingon guitar man who does Klingon opera in glittery boots. Could you fix it for me to meet him, preferably not in a wormhole?
more in a black hole?
Lovely. Don't be racist, Mr. Brown."
Yeah, is the term black hole? Is that
Oh,
now?
don't go there.
Is that
No,
problematic
It's
now?
it's
No.
a hole of color.
No, the thing is, now if you'd have said, "Is white hole a problem?" Yes, it is, because white holes are inherently patriarchal. Hey, that's just reminded me.
Hey!
We've started playing a game now when television adverts come on. And do you know what it's called?
I dread to go on. Pass.
Spot the honky.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's fucking true though. That's the sad thing.
Let's
You're
see.
totally right. You're totally right.
Every blonde woman's in a mixed marriage, but every white
are.
man's in their own bedroom sucking their own penis. Have you noticed though? They're all soy
Think,
boys on adverts. All white men now are soy boys
Yep.
Or hipsters.
Absolutely.
Or hipsters.
Yep.
with man buns.
Yep.
Lord,
Notice the
have you got a man bun?
Fuck off. Absolutely not. I just want to go around. There were loads of people at uni when I was there had them, and I just wanted to go around with some garden shears and just chop the top off.
Yeah, I've got no problem with a man having a ponytail, but man bun, it needs the scissors. Yeah.
Can you
dear.
just say, can you do me a favour? Oh, just a little off the top, please. Fucking hell. I'm snotting. Oh, God.
Please don't die live,
Oh,
please.
quick, get me an iron lung.
In the chat, Jonathan Frost, yes. Where was his brother? Yes.
Yes.
Then Edge of Time, Space Madness. So, Trevor, you're obviously going to stick with it until the series that everybody's going to watch next year.
I want to. What? It doesn't
Everybody's
finish
going
till
to be
next year.
No, everybody's going to be watching season 3, aren't they?
Yeah, because it's all good things, isn't it? Basically, the whole season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if that's why they've done Q in this season. But I tell you what makes it jump the shark is that Brent Spiner's playing one of his own ancestors.
Again.
So there's this Adam Soong now. So in terms of the grand scheme of things, how's he related to Eric Soong?
What, the Swedish phone manufacturer?
No, that's fucking hell. No, not Samsung, you twat.
No, Ericsson.
Oh, right.
Matthew, listen, that thick twat didn't get it, but thank you, Matthew. I know you got it. Appreciate that, mate.
Oh, fuck you. I've just come away from a rather tiring holiday in the country. There was no Bulls Buggered as well.
Yeah.
And there was no sound of banjo.
Get on with it.
My cherry's still intact. I didn't get bombed.
Get on with it.
Yeah, so anyway, how does he fit into the grand scheme of things? Adam Soong obviously is a Jaffa cake because he's had to make a kid and actually have one. So, you know.
Oh, it's a Jaffa. Right, okay, seedless.
Yeah, seedless. And did you notice, I can't remember the name of the talentless bird who plays Soji. But
I bailed on it, mate.
She's put some right fucking chunk on. She pregnant?
Is she?
Oh yeah, there's one scene she gets up and I don't know.
Oh, that's the young lass, isn't it? The young
Yeah,
woman. Yeah.
She's chunkier around the midriff than me.
Well, she must be pregnant then.
Isa Brions.
Maybe she's been having too many Twinkies. Yeah, but she's not a pretty lass, is she?
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, young man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but David
on
Blunkett
30
can't
minutes.
watch Picard, can he? What's she look like, Goldie? Ruff, ruff, ruff. She's rough.
Lord, are you still watching it?
I've got a couple to catch
Are
up
you-
on,
oh,
but
okay.
I am obliged to catch up on them, so I will eventually.
There is a question from Edge in the Edge. He's his own grandpa.
What?
Well, do you know
Picard?
something? It's no. I think he's on about the songs. I did actually think.
Right, yes.
Did he at the end clone himself? And all the male songs are all clones. That's why they all look the same. And
Could
maybe
be.
that's the same for Alton Inigo song because it's like it's jumping the shark. It's Brent Spiner again. It's Brent Spiner. It's Brent Spiner again. And in season 3 of Picard, Brent Spiner's going to be in it again. So he can't be doing Data. Data's already gone back to fucking Radio Shack.
Yeah, he's doing. He's the voiceover on the trailer with the quote. That's Law. That is from the Borg episode where he took over the Borg.
Hmm.
I forget what it was called. It wasn't a particularly good episode.
Was it called Descent, I think?
Yeah, something like that. I think it was a 2-parter, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Hugh was in it.
Yes, and we all know how he ended up.
Oh, yes, on the other bus. I'm just interfacing with Stephen. Oh, Stephen. He's a former Borg. My slot fits his hole. I'm going to interface with him later. Chew that pillar.
In the chat, I hope Brent Spiner is in it. Yeah, I think it's going to be the Law for the.
Yeah, because actually Data switched him off.
But we don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, but the thing is, if the B4 Android couldn't support Data, why didn't they overwrite Law with Data?
Yes.
Or would they have to stick a USB up his arse?
I don't know. Do they have USB in the 24th century?
Well, he's got to shit somehow.
USB 10, probably.
Moving swiftly on.
Please
So-
state the nature of the medical emergency. Have we got a USB stuck up his arse, doctor? Oh, I'm a doctor, not
not a bricklayer.
I'm a doctor, not a fucking porn star.
Apparently, Jerry Ryan used to do the sex parties, didn't she? When she was doing,
Did she?
yeah, it was. I think it was her husband at the time. They were into all this swapping wives.
Jeez. Wow.
Lucky bastard.
Wow.
Oh, I don't know. She's not my cup of tea. She ain't got rollers in for a start. Or a fag on. Go on, lover. Bang it in me. I've got a puck drive on.
I thought you'd appreciate all the artificial attachments there.
Yes.
They're quite good fun.
I say, would you like to interface with me sometime? Perhaps in that usual dogging spot in Kensington. Maybe we could
Unironically, where I went to uni.
Oh, I say. Maybe we could use a poor person as a condom.
Again,
Oh,
you've got the cleanliness point. That's the biggest turn off.
Fucking hell, Lord. He's got your number.
I like your voice. You sound like spunking on a silk sheet.
Something with which I have much experience, I can attest.
Oh, you bastard. I say, I've come over all moist.
That's just age getting to you.
Well, I'm probably twice your age. And you're 3 times your weight.
Lord is only 17. We've had
It's
to,
been to uni
Yeah,
already.
yeah, we had to get permission from his parents to come on here tonight.
Is he like Doogie
I've
Howser?
never heard so many naughty words in my life. So far above my usual age range.
So you don't know what a flange is?
A flange is something to do with a sink, isn't it?
Maybe.
A flange is a musical term, processing audio effects.
Well, maybe you should get your plunger out and show me how it's done. I've got a word for you to say. Can you just say, it's like clunge?
That's the fucking performing monkey stuff again. God damn it. What was it? Clunge?
Great word,
Oh, I
clunge.
say, I like clunge.
Isn't that the thing isn't that the thing the chauffeur steps on in the car?
That's it. That's a name.
It's a good job that Lord Cord can take it.
Well, so I hear. It's very
Pay me.
popular at the ambassadors' parties.
Very. But then they paid very well.
Do 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 do.
Lord, have you got any videos coming on this week then? Any more Picard or anything?
Oh god, I'm putting off Picard as long as I possibly can. I've got obviously the second half of the Discovery one to do, which I'm hoping I can get done by this weekend, but it is about an hour and a half long, so realistically that will be next year. And then there's the Book of Boba Fett, which is another long man video, and after that I will be interrupted by Thor and then Doctor Strange. And after that I might get around to Picard.
It sounds like a sex itinerary, doesn't it?
It
I'm going to be
does.
sandwiched right between Thor and Doctor Strange.
Like more excited about Thor than Picard, if that's the analogy we're going for. But
Well, he has got a big hammer. He certainly can knock a nail in, if you know what I mean. God, I love you already.
The thing is, we all love him. He's just offensively talented.
Is there any chance I can fag for you?
over long distance that might be tricky, and also again you'd have to pay. But otherwise, maybe.
Not that kind of fag.
Oh well, I quit
So
smoking.
here we go, Trev. This is for you. Sorry, Mr. Brown, you're making the effort, but your guest is doing my nutting as well. I reckon he's a kind of perv. We're up. Well, are you? No. Fellow needs to take a cold shower. Cheerio. Trevor.
Sorry,
There
Malv.
goes one.
Oh, well, next time I see him, I'll give him a Malv.
Oh. Anyway, moving swiftly on. So you're going to stick with Picard, yes?
Who? Which one? Who?
Well, I know you are. Actually,
Yeah.
Guess your subs up. Trev, you
Yeah,
seem to be in
yeah.
it for the full duration, don't you?
Yes, I'm calming down now. I've been told.
Melvin, he's just excited to be on the channel again. Apologies, mate. He's
Sorry, Malv.
We'll kick fuck out of him later. Don't worry. Okay, so we'll do the next
Sorry,
slide.
I just get excited by posh voices.
Well, we all do, but we all have to keep it in check. You know.
Yeah, I know. I've got no clack valve.
So obviously, the big news today is this dropped.
Yes, it did.
Dream
Like a stone.
Silence.
It's not good, is it?
So I've only seen it the once, and I've seen a lot of reaction to it on Twitter. And okay, I mean, it doesn't look great. Obviously, I mean, it didn't offend me massively when I watched it. I didn't think. I've seen other trailers of other things coming out, which I thought, yeah, that looks abysmal. This just looks averagely bad. I don't really know quite why everyone's very worked up about it, but maybe the stream will fill me in.
Do you think it's because of what's going on at the moment? And Thor was, for me, probably one of the better characters. I thought. I really do like Thor.
Yeah, no,
And-
same. But I thought a lot like the Natalie Portman stuff. I thought we'd sort of bake that in now because everybody knew that was happening. So, are there other reasons that this was especially bad apart from the fact that it looked like just average level Marvel? I guess the decline is something.
There was
to be
the
worried
King
about.
Valkyrie.
Oh yeah.
part.
Well, does that actually constitute a sex change? I couldn't tell.
I don't know. They're going to just call her.
That was just me being mean a bit against Tessa Thompson, incidentally, but maybe that's coded.
She's an idiot.
Why would Thor have to go and find himself and work out who he is? He's the fucking god of thunder.
Also, hasn't that been the premise for the last 3 of the films have all been Thor trying to find out who he is and what he's doing? I thought that's like every one of the Thor films has this. Why is he still doing it?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all. And he's now going to be very much the pacifist, which, fuck me, he's Thor. Do you know what I mean? Better off just not having him in it and starting off with Natalie Portman.
Mm-hmm.
But then a lot of people wouldn't watch it otherwise. Sorry, Matt.
The Natalie Portman Thor thing, that was all brought about by Thor being unworthy in the comics and his father, because they're straight white men, presumably. And they couldn't lift the hammer, and then she toddles along and picks it up without any effort, and then suddenly, boom, flash of lightning, and suddenly she's changed into female Thor, which you're not allowed to call her. And then she carried on being the god of thunder from that point, which I don't really understand why anyone else that's picked up the hammer hasn't transformed into the god of thunder, just her. So somehow, because she's a woman, she gets to actually get her own god of thunder identity, but no one else does.
Yeah, because Vision and Captain America have both wielded it without becoming the mighty Thor, haven't they?
Indeed, yeah.
And there was a hint that Black Widow could lift it up as well.
Oh yeah,
in one of the films. Oh, did I just kind of imagine that? Probably.
Are you dreaming about Black Widow again?
She was one of the better characters in the entire run.
Oh no, she was fantastic. She's proved that you can actually do empowered female heroes
Just
without making them objectionable and obnoxious. But they've forgotten how to do that now. So,
are we all going to see it though?
Yeah, I've got to review it.
Oh, I don't think I won't pay to watch it, if you know what I mean.
Trev, you going to see it?
Yeah, on Pirate Bay.
I genuinely think with this is the one film for a lot of people. I don't think they should mess with it, because Thor is one of my favorites.
They kind of already have in the previous films. Turn him into the Big Lebowski Thor.
Yeah.
Which was kind of funny if you don't have a big investment in it. But I'd imagine the comic book fans will be going off their head at it.
I can't really see them doing that with like Batman or Superman.
Yeah, fuck that. Fat man.
Yeah. Although if the leftists had their way, of course they would. But
It's. I'm kind of speechless because we're going to go, but we just know what's coming. And
well, they got Natalie Portman's mighty Thor in at the end of the trailer, didn't they? They just sort of just slid the character in there, but we know it's all going to be about her. But they didn't have that in the trailer. You know, they're just trying to get people on board with Chris Hemsworth's Thor. But is it going to be a bait and switch? Is it?
Yeah, it's going to be a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of advertised in the trailer. That's what it's going to be. Shall we play the trailer? Seeing as how it's talking about.
I don't know if I want the copyright strike.
Fair enough.
If you pause it momentarily during the course of it, it tends to screw with the algorithm.
I don't think you can pause it though on the StreamYards, unfortunately.
Oh, fair.
I could put it in and then I could play it and then remove it later. Well, should we have a look at it?
Yeah, why not?
If I get demonetized, who cares? I do, but there you go.
These hands were once used for battle. Now they're but humble tools for peace. I need to figure out exactly who I am. I want to choose my own path, live in the moment. glory days are over. Remember what I told you? You ever feel lost? Just look into the eyes of the people that you love. Not me. What? Just listening.
His armor's bigger. His is bigger.
Yay!
Anakin had the right idea with her, didn't he?
I beg your pardon.
Hello?
Hello, anybody hear me?
I didn't hear that. What was that, Brian?
I said Anakin had the right idea with her, didn't he?
Oh, yes. Well,
Well,
yeah, I guess. Yeah, because there's fuck, marry, kill, and he did the fuck and the marry and the kill. So he did the 3.
See, it started already on Twitter.
Why did he say things like that, man? It's just, there's so
Wine
many
people.
of them
Wine
on that
people.
video, calling it fantastic already, just from one
You know,
shitty trailer.
you know the gag where he's says staring into the eyes of people or something, and then Thor's in front of him, just kind of
Mhm.
That was really good up until it became very awkward.
Mm.
Yeah, or was it me?
Well, it's kind of what you get with Taika Waititi, though, isn't it? 'Cause that's not uncommon in any of his films, or even in Thor Ragnarok. But the question is whether he goes to Taika Waititi in this one, or whether he's actually been got by the Disney monolith.
Yeah.
Which, from the rest of it, it sounds as though he has been, which will be a real shame because he is a talented director, and that offbeat, quirky humor is what he sort of specializes in. But everyone can take themselves too seriously with that kind of stuff. You can overindulge in it. And if you don't also have the principle to avoid getting sucked into the Disney machine, then it will just be a combination of bad factors which will make the film bomb. I hope it doesn't, because like you, Mr. Brown, I did actually like the last Thor films. But
Bishop Moore, I think the mass disappointment in the Thor trailer is the decline of the MCU storytelling.
Mhm.
I might go see Doctor Strange, but probably not go see Thor. Oh, that's a bit of a stream killer, isn't it?
but we have now reached that point where, like, even beforehand, when you had the Avengers, the main arc of the Avengers going through, you could forgive individual bad installments because the overall sort of meta storyline would keep you going back. So you could go for a sub, like Iron Man 3. Nobody enjoyed Iron Man 3, but you could kind of forgive Iron Man 3 because of everything else that was going on around it. But now you don't have that pull factor of this overarching storyline. You don't have any real reason to put up with bad films anymore because there's no payoff being built up to. I mean, what is the meta storyline going on with these films anymore? It just feels like they're petering out as opposed to building something new. And that was the executive from Marvel a couple of weeks ago who said that there is currently no plan for the MCU.
Yeah, they admitted it.
Actually, no, it was one of the Russo brothers who said it, didn't he? So why should we be invested in films like this if they're not actually working toward anything?
It's not good, is it? Trev, are you in for a bit of that? That's on the screen.
No. I'll give it a miss.
Chris, you've gone very tame.
Pardon? What? We were expecting more.
I think Melvin's upset the stream, but there you go. Never mind.
No. I'm fine. Sorry, Melv.
Yeah, Melvin. Sorry, he can't help himself. We were all very excited that he's back. He is a genuinely. I'll choose my words wisely. He's Trev. He's brilliant.
You mean I'm gonna see you next Tuesday?
On a Monday, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's almost Tuesday. Almost Tuesday.
No, do you know something? These Thor movies have never really floated my boat. I've watched 1.5 of them, and that's as far as I got really. No, it's not my cup of tea, and now Disney's steering the ship. It's just gone further downhill because I don't know if you saw that bit of leaked Zoom meeting from Disney.
Yes.
I don't particularly like what they're trying to do behind closed doors.
What was this? What?
Oh, have you not seen it, Matt?
No, I don't think I have.
Yeah,
Wait a second. That lady that said it was all about gay agenda and stuff. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. God, yeah, I saw that one. Oh, that's right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I gave Doomcock the scoop on that.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than people trying to indoctrinate ideology into children. That's child abuse in my book, to be honest, and I don't agree with that direction Disney's going.
Yeah, they're just sort of it's that one direction they're going in rather than encompassing everyone. They're just concentrating on that one thing.
Disney to me was always about family entertainment, family values,
agreed,
and all that malarkey.
Yeah, it was never about sexuality, was it? In any way?
No. Why have they got to try and force the issue of sexuality into the family realm?
Yeah,
Let kids be kids.
Yeah, they're kind of mirroring the education system in the States at the moment, isn't it? With probably this country as well. Everyone's pushing their private life on. The teachers are pushing their private lives on their students, which is utterly bizarre. Which I can't quite get my head around.
Look, end of the day, I haven't got a problem if Arthur wants to be Martha, or Dave wants to have his danglies removed and be called Denise. That's not my business. That's not up to me. But forcing sexual issues onto people who aren't ready for that kind of topic, kids don't need indoctrinating. Kids are going to have a hard enough time going through the education system and facing life as it is. So why pile something onto them? Not totally not necessary.
Lord, we kind of briefly mentioned this last night, didn't we?
Briefly is doing a lot of work in that.
For about 4 hours. Could you explain that? The Florida thing that's going on.
The don't say gay.
Yeah, what exactly is that about?
So, typically, because it's American politics, it makes absolutely no sense, and neither of the sides involved in it is prepared to actually talk to the other side. So they're entirely about speaking to their own converted. So they obviously Ron DeSantis, as a part of the response to the proliferation of critical theory lessons in schools, enacted the Don't Say what the critics called the Don't Say Gay bill. The Don't Say Gay bill is ostensibly geared toward ensuring his argument for this is that it ensures that you will not have instruction on anything to do with sex or sexuality or gender for kids, that is to say, under the age of 12, I think. That's the nominal purpose of the bill. And I think when polled, most Americans actually agree with the wording of that bill, because most sensible people do not think you should be teaching anything to do with sex to children under the age of 12. The critics of that bill branded it the Don't Say Gay bill, and the whole protest kicked off at Disney on the basis that critics of this bill thought that this meant that it was going to, as typically, erase the existence, the identity, and the lived experience of gay people and trans people. Yeah. If you read the bill, because I actually have, because I'm a boring sod, the bill does not do that. The bill makes no mention of saying gay or not saying gay. The problem with the bill is the wording of the bill is so vague that it could technically lead to that, because it doesn't, in fact, restrict itself to children under 12. It says or age appropriate based on standards. It doesn't say what the standards are, and it doesn't say what age appropriate is given to be. And it empowers teachers to sue school boards willy-nilly if they don't like what the school board happens to be doing. So the potential is there for it to have the Don't Say Gay effect, but the point and purpose of the bill is not to outlaw teachings about homosexuality, which is why most Americans support the point and the purpose of the bill. Disney got involved in this. You've seen the protests at Disney, largely, they kicked off by supposedly queer members of Disney staff, queer being different from gay. Then that led to counter protests, basically saying, why are you politicizing our children? This isn't what we come to theme parks for. Disney then tried to reverse ferret very, very quickly, because it was not seen to have done enough to counter the bill. Disney's the largest employer in Florida. It's basically Vatican City. It has its own carved out regulatory authority.
Oh, right, okay.
And the whole thing has led to Disney's stock price collapsing by something like 50% in the last 2 weeks, because people do not like the idea that Mickey Mouse is trying to turn their kids gay. That's the sort of the crazy version of everything that's going on. That was briefer than yesterday's as well.
Yeah, by about 27 minutes. Well done. How did we get to this? How did we kind of get to this state? Trev, do you know?
I have a theory. I think a lot of these elites have got a bit of a screw loose, and they're rather overly interested in children for the wrong reasons. So I think they're trying to normalise their thinking in an effort to make children more acceptable to what they want to do to them.
That's not good.
I could be wrong. I hope and I pray that I am wrong, but
Well, see,
like
that's what
me
happens.
like me and many parents have said, if anybody touched my children, I would physically pop their eyeballs out and fuck their skulls. And that's putting it mildly.
According to some critics of Disney, that is in fact what they want you to do, but that's not actually supported by politics. So, like every movement like this in history, whether it's religious or social or political, always gets the idea that the people you go for are the kids. Like this is why the Nazis prioritized the education of children. The Catholic Church prioritizes the education of children. The social justice movement prioritizes the education of children because children are open-minded to the point of idiocy, and you can persuade them of absolutely anything.
Yeah.
So the point is, like critics of Disney and critics of the Democrat approach to the Don't Say Gay thing decided that they would start branding the bill the Groomers Bill, which is, I mean, you can see why would you be sane and sensible and polite when your opponents are being so ridiculous about it themselves? The problem with that is of course that there's a huge middle ground in America which could potentially support your cause in not teaching sex ed to kids who are going to be very put off by people saying, well, this is because they're all pedophiles and trying to groom children. There is a kind of grooming going on, but the grooming is political and not sexual. What they want to do fundamentally is to instantiate their political ideas in children in school. There are, of course, you're always going to find pedophiles in every walk of life, especially if it's a public school or the BBC. But the point of this movement isn't the sexual grooming of children, it's the political grooming of children. And if you make that point, you tend to find people are a bit more sympathetic to it. So Droomer's bill is kind of not necessarily helpful rhetoric, I don't think.
Here you go, Cruel Birab, get them while they're young.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but if, like I said before, it's a form of child abuse. That I just think it's totally wrong. Well, why are you laughing, Brown? I'm being serious.
So, I know you are. Sorry, that was very unprofessional of me. Bishop Moore, Little Platoon is the Mr. Brown's Alliance equivalent of John Craven's News Round.
Nice.
I think that reference might be from before my time, so someone's going to have to explain.
That old bloke off Countryfile used to do News Round on CBBC.
Did he turn out to be a kiddie diddler?
Oh,
No,
God.
he was more of a farm fucker.
Oh, fair enough.
No, John Craven's a icon to a generation.
Oh, okay. I'll be
As
an
is
icon
David
to an older
Icke.
generation. As is David Icke.
Yeah.
Those lizard
now,
people. Do you think David Icke got pissed one night a bit too badly, like on Uzo or something, and he was watching V? That's where he's got his
Possibly.
lizard people from.
Or he knows
Possibly.
something we don't.
Yeah, that Hillary Clinton, I pulled her face off and she was a lizard underneath.
I think everyone knows that.
I don't know. I'd have a go on Chelsea. Mind you, everybody else has. Yeah, I'll keep it in the family.
Alex Jones's theory about Hillary Clinton is that you can tell she's the devil because her farts smell like sulfur.
Oh,
And how would he know? Has he rimmed her?
oh God.
Oh, it's Alex Jones. I mean, would you put it past him?
Hey,
Or her?
has anybody seen Peacemaker?
Yes.
Alex Jones has parodied in that.
Really?
You know when he goes to see his dad, and it's Robert
Yeah.
Patrick,
Yeah.
and he goes on, and the TV in the front room's got some political tinfoil hat nutter on TV.
All right. Okay.
They're actually ripping Alex Jones.
Top trivia.
I still need to see this. This sounds really good, this show.
Peacemaker's
I love
okay.
it. It's
Yeah, it's
shit
great.
hot.
Mm.
And I'll give John Cena his credit. The boy can act.
Yeah.
But then again, he has been a pro wrestler, and that's all acting.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'd like
You
to
mean
see
it's
how he
not
went.
real?
Do you know what? If there was an Ultimate Wrestling like video game, couldn't you have like WWE versus World of Sport wrestlers? Like you could have The Rock going up against Giant Haystacks, or
I think
John
they did
Cena
this.
versus Big Daddy,
I think they did
or
this a few years ago. I think they
you
had
could
something
have
like
the Undertaker takes on Kendo Nagasaki, shit like that. Keeping it simple.
There's a very dark tone to that last wrestling bout.
Yes. Well, hopefully Kendo loses.
that.
He might end up in some kind of jail. Hey, I can't remember many of the other wrestlers that used to be on World of Sport. They were the main three, weren't they, really?
Mick McManus.
Is he related to Vince McMahon?
Mick McManus was on the British.
Do you know, I don't know who it is. Vince McMahon reminds me of somebody. I think it might be like a steroided version of Mark Alamo.
A little.
You know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Golgi Cat.
Yeah, the Star Trek guy, yeah.
He was also in Total Recall.
He was.
He was. Coato lives. They think the Martians think it's fucking George Washington. Kill the bastard.
Quaid.
Oh no, now you've got it going through my head. If you need a hand with this one, give me a holler.
Quaid.
Please, Melina, people are trying to kill me. Matt, come on, we have to get to the reactor. What reactor? Aliens build it.
So good. Yeah, we need to do Total Recall at some point.
Hey, baby, you make me wish I got 3 hands. You're doing all right to me.
Wasn't that the same actor who was the whatever is Kane in fucking hell, which one was it? Loki.
Huh?
You know the guy who did the taxi in Total Recall.
That was Robert Picardo. That was the Doctor.
No, he did the taxi driver, the black taxi driver with the mutant hand who double crossed him.
Yeah, Benny.
Yeah, Benny. He was Kane in Loki at the end. I'm sure it was the same actor.
Well, IMDb Mel Johnson. In fact, I might just do that while we're waiting.
Yeah, I'm sure it was, unless if I was totally imagining it. Another one of our franchises that went down the toilet.
Hey, speaking of bad spin-offs and movies, did you ever see, was it Total Recall 2048 or something like that?
Oh, I missed that.
Oh, it was a really bad spin-off of Total Recall. It was shite.
The TV series.
Yeah.
Ah.
It was one
that
of those.
Was that on at 12 minutes to 9 on an evening?
No, it was on about 20 past 2 in the morning because it was that good.
Yeah.
Like, can you remember The Master? Did you ever see that?
No.
Lee Van Cleef? It was like a grasshopper type. No, it was the last TV series Lee Van Cleef did.
God
Oh,
knows.
that's a long time ago. I've slept several thousand times since then.
Oh, well, fuck you then.
Sorry.
Right. Mel Johnson Jr. What film did you say he was in?
Mel Johnson Jr.
Mm.
You said something about Kane, didn't you?
Mm.
Loki, the end of Loki.
Yeah, well, Romeo, nope. Kane or Kang was Jonathan Major's worst villain ever. And then there's a bit of a Jacob goes, "You're right, Mr. Brown."
Wasn't he an old-timey prime minister?
Pass.
Jonathan Major? That's a dated reference.
Well, interestingly enough, Benny, Mel Johnson Jr., was in 2 episodes of Deep Space Nine.
But was he the villain?
No, it was somebody called Brocker or Barocca. Maybe he took 2 tablets in the morning and he did luminous piss. Who keeps farting?
It's my chair. I need to get another chair that's It's just squeaky.
He was also in the Fresh Prince of Bel-End.
Oh, they're rebooting that, aren't they? And they're turning it like to a dark, gritty kind of social commentary show.
Oh, God.
I don't know. Is he going to be replaced by a woman now?
Possibly.
No, I think he's actually, he's in it, starring in it, and I have a feeling he's something to do with the writer of it, and it was sort of his suggestion, which basically means it's Jada Smith's suggestion that it should deal with social issues. So I've heard that they are rebooting the Fresh Prince, but making it much less fresh and much more violent.
Just let me go into one more thing, and I promise to shut the fuck up for 5 minutes at least.
Well, if
Johnson-
Melvin's gone, though.
Melvin's condo. Who's that?
Melvin's gone, hasn't he?
I'm sorry, Melv, honestly.
Melv, come back.
I think
come
Melv
back.
might be somebody else.
Come back, Melvin. Melv,
Anyway.
come back.
Benny, Mel Johnson Jr., was in My Two Dads as Vince in 1988. Can you remember that show? Paul Reiser and Greg Evigan, this is so damn nuts. We're talking about an important species here. Although I'm doing the wrong accent.
You are.
Just for Matt, before I shut up. Stop. Not so fast, y'all. If you think you up and run away, you're crazy. I like to eat people from other planets, especially y'all. I like to see people from other planets too. Oh, no, you just get back up in there, little mouth. I wants to play. I'll get you later when we're eating them.
I can't believe you know that word by word. Jesus.
I know it word for word, yeah. Sad, isn't it?
Mephisto in the chat. At Mr. Brown, what film are you thinking of doing next? It's in the air at the moment. We're kind of thinking maybe Predator.
Total Recall.
Or, well, Trevor wants Total
Recall.
We don't know yet because we're trying to secure a guest and he's not got back to me yet. So once I know of it...
If you want me to message Robert Picardo for you personally, I can try and get him on.
Can you imagine? That'd be fucking great having him on Total Recall.
Drive. Please state the destination. Shit. Can you? Nearly went into Kermit there. Can you repeat that, please? Come on, drive. The fare is 18 credits. Sue me, dickhead. We hope you enjoyed the ride.
Fucking Johnny Cabs.
Johnny Cash. That's the change you get out of a Durex machine.
It is. Then Mephisto says, was watching The Beastmaster today. Fucking, that's been a long time since I've seen
Mark
that.
Singer.
Yeah, with Tanya. What was her name? She was in Charlie's Ain't Baker. Baker. Yeah, she did get them out. She died recently, didn't she? Was it last year she died?
I don't know. Anyway, RRTNZ said, well, he did have 5 kids to feed.
He did.
Oh, yeah.
Not Mark Singer, but Benny.
I got 5
Take him to the dentist.
Bijot, get some W. I do need to figure out what's squeaking, mate. You're right.
Tanya Roberts, there we go. Mephisto's Arses, I think that's how you say it. Said Tanya Roberts.
Yeah, Jonathan says also Tanya Roberts. Yeah, she died. Was it last year? Probably the year before, because the last 2 years is just.
Was it COVID?
Probably. Romeo. I met Robert Picardo. He is great, really funny. Wow.
I was quite amazed by how much he looks like Ethan Phillips.
I was impressed about how he looks like Johnny Cab.
He was the cowboy out of Inner Space.
Yeah. Outlaw Joseph Ayers, what a flick.
Oh my God, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he was in Gremlins too as well, wasn't he, Trev?
As one of the Gremlins, yeah.
No,
Do you know what I like about Gremlins? You just give me a really good flashback there. The one where they fiddle about with the Stanner stairlift and she goes flying out the window. That was brilliant. I always tried doing that with my grandma's, but it wouldn't go that fast.
Well, you tried like rigging it so she
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just gave up the ghost. I was a bit disappointed, actually. The thing is, though, she had a shitter at the top of the stairs. That'd have been funnier landing on the pot. I've gone and shit myself, Trevor. Okay, Gran.
Jesus, probably incredibly wild ride. Probably put it straight through her, I should think.
I nearly got a week off school when I was at secondary school. I was looking all sad, and the maths teacher said, "What's the matter, Trevor?" I said, "Oh, lost my grandma." "Oh yeah, when did she go?" I said, "She's not gone anywhere. We left her at the bus stop." He was not impressed.
Bernard Manning is alive and well, everybody.
Is he? Where?
Yeah. Cruel Birab in the chats. I watched Inner Space, The Howling, Gremlins 2.
Oh, I've got another tangent bit of pop culture for you now. Because Cruel Birab said Inner Space, right? Obviously, Robert Picardo was the cowboy in that.
Yeah.
But who else? A Schwarzenegger bad guy was in that movie as well. Was in Inner Space. Let off some steam, Bennett.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was his name? John Vernon?
Yeah, he was
in Mad Max.
John Vernon.
Yeah.
I thought it was Mr. Igo. Was it Mr. Igo?
Was it Vernon Wells? Vernon Wells.
Mr. Igo had the attachable hand that.
And if you look very closely, yeah, that's it. In one scene when he's with Margaret Canker, because she was a bit of a dirty ginger bitch.
I think we need to cover this film because Inner Space is a great film.
For a kid's film made by Spielberg, there's a lot of close calls in that.
Edgy, yeah. Yeah, Inner Space is a great film.
It was great for it.
Lord, have you seen Inner Space?
I don't know it by the title, so I'm not sure.
It's basically Fantastic Voyage, a la Spielberg.
I'm not sure I know what Fantastic Voyage is either.
Raquel Welch attacked by white blood cells and her tits are popping out in a miniature submarine.
No, I have seen that. That's really old, isn't it? Like, or did they remake it?
That was made the same year as me, so yes, really old.
It was a spin on that, but it's supposed to be a family fun film, but it's a bit close to the bone. Apparently, a group of small people tried to get it banned because of the small bits at the end, if you know what I mean.
No way.
See, a lot of love for this film.
It is a great film.
It was so good, I even remember buying it on VHS back in the day when it was released for a tenner.
Oh, and he gets to see his own fetus.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
What was the girl who was in it? Meg
Ryan.
That was the only downer, but even she was not bad in that.
Yeah,
one
but at least it was when she was still fit.
Okay. Yeah.
And now she's got like Leslie Ash's lips.
No. She want them anymore?
I don't know. I think she got them off that lass out of the Muppets in the band.
Was it? I think the woman from Picard's going to get him next, isn't she?
Which one? Slothy in drag?
Scott Pilgrim drummer.
Yeah, Slothy in drag.
Yeah.
Hey, you're Picard. I love you, Picard. Oh God, I went a bit Grover there, didn't I?
Brown, if you get if we're doing Total Recall or Predator, then please get Commander Culture on as well as Trev.
I think that would be a good call. I was thinking that for the Predator one.
I just want to hear Schwarzenegger having a conversation with himself.
TNZ comes out with a good one.
Yeah,
Black Hole, Dark Disney. It says here, if you want to see a fucking dark Disney film, Black Hole, disembowelments, zombies, and ending up in hell, great for all ages. Especially to
Black
see
Hole's a great film.
Anthony Hopkins getting eviscerated by Max.
Yeah.
Do you know, there's so many weird comparisons in that film. Obviously, yes, you've got the heaven and hell. The fact that he did go mad. He zombified all his crew. He created a killer robot and a bunch of robots to take over his ship. And then when he does die, he gets split in two. His evil part gets stuck inside Max, and the rest of him goes to heaven, which happens to be at the other end of a black hole. And it's not involved, and it doesn't involve Whoopi Goldberg's anus.
And a John Barry soundtrack.
It
Hey,
is
I'll
as
be-
well. Yes, you're right. Very
I'll
well.
be well up for watching the Black Hole sometime. The last time I saw that, I was about 8, I think. So I really do need to watch that.
It's a
again.
great film. Is the
I
Black
love
Hole.
that
It is.
film.
Yeah.
And Roddy McDowall uncredited along with Slim Pickens as
Yeah.
Bob and Vincent.
Yeah.
Wow.
Does anybody
nice.
remember what Vincent stands for?
Oh God. No.
How
it's
priceless you are.
Right, you ready? Vital information necessary centralized.
That was it. But what
And
does
Bob-
Bob stand for?
Biosanitation Battalion, which doesn't make sense.
No, not at all.
They need that
Uh,
at Disney now, don't they? They need
That should
Bob.
have been BSB, shouldn't it? But it doesn't have that ring to it.
No, you're right.
So basically, Bob cleared out the shitters.
At Disney.
Yeah. Quick, you better get in there. Roddy McDowell's had a shit.
Lord, have you seen the Black Hole?
This one does not sound familiar, so I'm going to say no.
It's
Add it to
actually,
the list, mate. You'll like it.
I don't know how it will stand up today, but I mean, we're gonna love it because it's nostalgia.
It
but-
wouldn't. Do you know that there's more body count in the Black Hole than any other. You're talking more than Bambi. God, there's a whole crew dies. Anthony Perkins dies.
Yeah.
My dad's lookalike, Ernest Borgnine, he dies too.
Ernest.
Yeah, he nicks he twocks the ship, the Palomino. He tries to escape, but he can't fly it because he's a fat bastard, and he starts floating away from the controls. And Reinhardt blows him up, and he hits the power center.
Okay.
And that's when things start going wrong. Then there's an asteroid shower, or meteors. And there's that famous scene where they're running across the bridge and
You got the big meteor.
giant meteor. Well, the thing is, how come is it? Right, it's a big, massive spaceship like that, and it gets more holes in it than a gay porn film. And, you know, nobody's getting sucked out into space. Where's the vacuum? Where's the loss of structural integrity? There's no force fields. How
But
could a
these-
ship that big support a life support system?
The entire ship looks like a massive greenhouse as well. It doesn't exactly look strong, does it? To like defend against.
No,
the- no.
it doesn't. I mean, how would they get that fucker off the ground?
Yeah, it's probably built in space, to be honest.
Well, yeah.
Mephisto in the chats. These are big chats, by the way. I was under the impression that the villain was trapped within his creation, the killer robot Max, and was trapped in hell. He didn't go to heaven, but the other heroes did and went through to the other side.
That's an interesting analogy, but
John
the
Barry's music.
the madness, the whole part of Reinhardt, which made him evil, was basically it was a positive and negative. The negative
Sure.
went to hell, and he was fused with his creation, and he basically became his little ruler of his own little bit of hell, right? And the good part of him did go to heaven. But, you know, that analogy of him coming out the other side and,
It's like
doing
Event
that.
Horizon Disney style.
No, not at
No?
all.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No. Do you know, for all I find that film tedious. I just don't like Event Horizon.
Hmm.
But then again, I like Supernova as a sci-fi film, and not many people like that. But the redeeming quality there is it's got Don Foster in it, Forster, who was Captain Holland in The Black Hole,
Yes. I can't remember Supernova.
who sadly passed away. It was one of James Spader's less favourable releases. It's got Angela Bassett in it as well, Lou Diamond Phillips.
Yeah, I know it. I can't ever remember seeing it
Yeah.
though.
It's not a
United.
fantastic film, but I quite enjoy it. It's like the Megaforce of space films.
Did you see the tweet today?
Yeah, I did, yeah. Honestly, mate, I got moist. I was very excited. I love Megaforce. We've got to do a show on Megaforce.
I'll be up for that, even though it's absolute shite. I'll be up for watching that.
Oh, it's not shite. It's brilliant. Henry Silver's in it for a start. He plays Duke
I can't
Guerrero.
remember it.
You got Barry Boswick from Rocky Horror.
Barry Boswell. I was going to say Barry Gibb.
Uh-huh. Yeah, a lot of folk do equate it to the Bee Gees. They always think it's him, don't they? But it's not. And it was directed and filmed by Hal Needham from Cannonball Run and Smokey and the Bandit fame.
All right.
And he
Smoking
was
Bandit,
actually in
great
it. He was actually in the film as well.
God. Yeah.
And I love that bit. You know where they all come out the back of those C-130s
Yeah.
and they just float down? How incredulous is that? Can you imagine jumping out the back of the plane on a bloody trail bike? You'd just shit it. How would you? How would you remain attached to the bike?
Well, I mean, the bikes all fly anyway, don't they? So they probably won't.
No. Only Ace Hunters flies.
Of course.
There's only one. There's never been a hero like Ace Hunter. That was one of the strap lines of the film.
Mephisto,
I drove
I
over
think.
230 miles to go and see that film in 1982.
What?
Yeah, when I lived in Canada, and the nearest cinema was 130 miles away. So I begged and pleaded my dad to drive us all the way there, and got there, and the fucking thing was shut.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Put it this way, I was not in the good books for at least a month.
Oh shit.
In fact, when my dad's going a bit senile now, but every time he has a bit of an outburst, he always brings
He
that
remembers
up.
it. Oh, that's
He
deep.
can't remember if he shit his pants, but he remembers me getting him to drive all that way.
Oh, Dad, you wouldn't let it lie, would you? For God's sake.
Dad, well, son, you've shit your pants, oh bugger.
Careful, Trev. It's
What?
a family show, not.
Well, he's not listening. What's he going to do? Take my pocket money off me?
Oh, somebody's somebody's here. Just as about to finish.
Oh, that.
Hello, can you hear us?
Yeah, sorry. You're about to close and I just joined us. I've just come home. That's the thing, you see.
Geeks here, everybody. Hello, Ian.
Hello. Sorry, what did I miss?
Not
The
a lot.
usual, me being a twat and spoiling it for everybody.
Oh, right, okay. Sorry
Did you
about that.
have you seen the we'll get it out of the way. Have you seen the Thor Love and Blunder trailer?
Yeah, it's. I hope they haven't turned him gay. Because remember that bit at the ending when he's looking at Star, whatever his name is. It's just it just looks rubbish, doesn't it? It just looks like they're going to take the mickey out of him again. And
I don't think they've turned him gay. They're just going to take the piss out of him.
yeah, it really does look like that. It looks like the Guardians of the Galaxy drops him off and flies away, so they're only going to be in it for a bit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then they fly away, don't they? Because you see it in the trailer. But I don't understand the bit where he's running. But then it ends with Natalie Portman, doesn't it?
Yep.
And you're like, why? It's not meant to be about Thor.
There's
You're
that
not
question on
in with
Twitter, isn't
Thor.
there, about whether they've CGI'd her muscles?
I don't think they have. I think she actually had training.
She's a gorgeous woman, though.
There was a photo of her from like last year or something like that.
Yes.
Someone took a candid picture of her out in public, and her arms were huge compared to the rest of her, anyway.
That was proved. That was a Photoshop thing. That was been proven. It was a Photoshop thing.
Really? Because I saw there was like 2 or 3 different images and taken from video, presumably. And I saw one image to begin with, and I thought that can't be real. Then I saw other ones, and I thought, oh, okay, maybe it isn't.
The thing is, it may be true, but I was told it was photoshopped. But she doesn't. I mean, it looks like she's gone to the gym a bit, but she doesn't look like she's overdone it or anything like that. She's still a really gorgeous looking woman, you know. But I don't like the implications.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I do like Natalie Portman.
Yeah, I don't like the implications at the end, towards the ending, that she catches his hammer and she looks at him with a mask on, and it's like, you know, you're going to belittle Thor again. So I don't.
It happened, doesn't it? I mean, that hammer looks like it was the one that got previously shattered, and it's probably her that put it back together or something. Although we've seen it before.
Cracks in it. Look.
Yeah,
yeah,
we've seen it before. He used it before, so I can't quite remember how the timeline works and where it fits into all that. But
Captain America had it last, didn't he?
Yeah, but then they went back in time, didn't they, and replaced everything back to where it was originally or something. I can't remember.
Of course, yeah.
But she's using the tiny one, whereas Thor's got the big one. So
yeah,
yeah,
he's got the one specially made for the war, innit? And yeah. So, but I mean, you know, I might just watch it because of her, because I really do fancy her. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. This woman, she really is. And
I'm definitely going to go see it because, as we said earlier, Ian, I really like Thor. I think the first Thor film was fantastic. Second one was okay, bit iffy.
No,
in
yeah, the second
places.
one was, yeah. Was that the one with Chris Eccleston?
Yeah,
That was terrible, that one.
yeah.
I don't remember
That
that.
could have been better, but
They've actually given her blonde hair here as well, which is strange. And I didn't think that kind of thing was allowed anymore. And I thought they were trying to erase all blonde and red-headed women because Brunhilde, who's Valkyrie, they've race swapped her for Tessa Thompson. So they've taken the blonde Caucasianness out of that character completely.
How dare they get rid of Ginger Mingers?
Well,
But you know, I just want to see the rest of her. I hope she's got her legs on the show and looks womanly.
Are you hoping the
Welcome
collars
to
and
the-
cuffs match?
Yeah, definitely.
my
But,
channel's going to get struck off after tonight.
No, but
You asked me on.
Lord, if you need a producer, I'll be available from tomorrow.
I say, Brown.
I just hope she's. Look, it's probably going to go woke, and they're probably going to focus on her mostly and make Thor fat again or something like that. I don't know, but I'll go and see it. But I don't have any faith in Marvel films anymore.
Is this the last time Hemsworth's playing Thor?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Would you?
Because he doesn't need to.
The thing is, we need to be moved. We need to be excited, and at the end of the film, we need to come out of cinema and say that was really fun, like the last Spider-Man movie. That's what we need.
You're absolutely correct. I'm just trying to think what film did it for me. No Time to Die. That was fun.
Yeah, right. That's what we need, though, and I think Marvel should have got the message by now, because as I said, Spider-Man No Way Home took more than Avatar, and that's a fantastic feat. So
that really is, yeah. Well, that's the standard they've all got to meet now, isn't it? That Spider-Man movie, and if they can't match it, then people are just not going to really be that excited about Marvel films anymore. So that's the bar that's been set, and I think that was Sony driving up quality there, which is ironic considering they released that Morbius film.
Well, if you think about it, Sony have really sort of got a winning formula because Ghostbusters Afterlife, that was amazing. That was that was truly a fun film. Also, Spider-Man, that was a great film too. I didn't particularly enjoy going to the cinema to watch Spider-Man. I went to see The Matrix first.
Oh, God.
And then Spider-Man. And then 2 weeks later, I got a £60 parking fine for overstaying me welcome at the cinema.
Oh dear.
I would take a
48
£60 parking fine over having to watch The Matrix Resurrections again.
Do you know something? I would sooner have been buggered by a rugby team than watch The Matrix. Honestly, how to kill
terrible.
a franchise.
It was. I mean, it was awful because what they did is retcon the whole thing, didn't they? In other words, it didn't happen.
It was a total bullshit plot. There was no real plot to that film whatsoever.
There wasn't. No.
Did you
And
see
the fighting was rubbish as well.
the brilliant interview with Lana Wachowski when she's on the red carpet and the interviewer comes up to her and says, so, why now? Why The Matrix? And she goes,
Cash grab.
oh, that's a difficult question. For fuck's sake.
Money.
I've got to pay for my sister. My sister's cop job.
It's truly weird how this kind of thing is happening, isn't it, with our films? And as I said, I'm just hoping that Marvel's slowly learning their lesson. And so I don't mind if Natalie Portman becomes woman Thor, as long as it doesn't belittle men. As long as she looks sexy and fucking hot, and
Is that
has a good
a side
adventure.
effect of having some Thor muck upper?
I don't know.
Sorry, Merv. I hope I haven't upset
They
Merv.
split up.
Who have?
They split up, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
She wasn't
Oh,
in
right.
the, and I'm hoping that it's not a woman scorned, because hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
What I don't like in films, right? I don't know if
You're
you
welcome,
probably
Ben.
guys have noticed it, is that when they have a woman and a guy in a film, the woman always seems to have the one up on the man when it comes to conversation, when it comes to other things associated with the film. And I'm really getting tired
Penis
of that
size?
now. Sorry? Well, they can't do that, obviously. But I'm really getting tired of that now.
Leah Thompson can.
Well, men are not soft. They are not soft. Only in movies now.
Leah Thompson's hard in changing rooms.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But anyway,
Hey,
I'm just
you
getting
swam
tired of
really well out there, Leah. Yeah, get your tits out. What? You want
There
your
will be
in shower?
there will be a positive from this film though.
it.
As long as it's
Lord
only
Cord
Tony.
will probably get about 17,000 subs.
I wish. At the moment, though, the ones that get all the subs are Star Trek, and that's the one I objectively know least about, which is really awkward. But it is what it is. No, I mean, look, I think I've said it earlier, but you have to, you want to look forward to it because there's fuck all else to look forward to. But there's actually not much reason to. There is no meta storyline. None of the indicators are particularly good. Chris Hemsworth is good as Thor. He's amusing. Taika Waititi has that quirky style of humor, but we have seen it all before, and it's not something that can overcome all the other crap. The other film that comes out, of course, is the new Doctor Strange, which has had numerous reshoots after the success of the success of No Way Home. Then they called everyone back in for reshoots for Doctor Strange, which doesn't sound particularly good either.
Nope.
And who's left in the MCU? So I don't know if this is Chris Hemsworth's last Thor film, but there aren't any of these sort of linchpin characters left other than him. Even Benedict Cumberbatch is not of the same tier, but you've lost Captain America, you've lost Iron Man, you've lost most of the characters fans are actually familiar with. Even normies are familiar with them.
Yeah.
And now you're replacing them with people that no one's ever heard of, or to the extent you have heard of them, it's because they're dumb as hell, like She-Hulk or
He's She-Hulk.
Yeah, how can they tell? Are they biologists? How can they
Them
tell?
Hulk.
She, him, Hulk.
They Hulk.
They Hulk.
She-Hulk.
She, her, Ra.
Well, I'm excited
him.
about Jurassic
You Hulk.
Park, the new Jurassic Park film, because it's got the original cast from the first movie in it.
Oh,
And
and
just-
keys jangling.
That's
Yes,
Okay, sorry. No one has done this on stream yet, but so did TLJ.
Yeah.
But I'm
Absolutely.
told that it's got two stories going, one with the original cast and one with the new cast, and they kind of dovetail towards each other. That's what I'm told. And if that's the case, oh my God, I want to see it, because I love Jeff Goldblum and Sam Neill and Laura Dern. I think they're terrific characters.
Except when
from
she's
the
driving a
first movie.
Star Destroyer.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
Laura
apart
Dern
from
was
that.
fantastic in we'll get back to it, folks. Last Jedi, great in that.
No.
Purple hair. Yeah.
I love the original Jurassic Park was fantastic. It's a
great.
brilliant film. But I hated Jurassic World when that came out. Jurassic World Dominion is worse.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jurassic World, whatever the second one. I can't even remember what it's fucking called. The second one was worse. And Dominion, which is the third one, I have less than zero hopes for. I'm fully expecting to hate watch that film.
So
It'd be nice if I were.
The second one had some nice set pieces, didn't it? The second one, but if the film itself wasn't that good. But wonderful set pieces in that film. Spielberg is really good with set pieces. But the one with Chris Pratt, I didn't mind it. The first one with Chris Pratt. The second one with Chris Pratt was absolute bollocks. So I'm hoping this one's going to be good. So.
I love that for the second one, all the ad campaign was like, Jeff Goldblum is back. Jeff Goldblum is back. He's in it for less than a minute.
Yeah.
And he has one line of dialogue.
Yeah.
That's low.
I've not seen any of the new Jurassic one films.
You're not missing anything.
I did. I got to admit, I did. Even though it was okay, I did enjoy the one with Chris Pratt in it, and I thought it got me entertained, and I enjoyed what I saw. But overall, it's not as good as the first one. The first one is still the one that you have to try and beat if you're going to do a sequel. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. But I'm looking forward to this one because, as I said, it's got the three originals in it, and it looks like they have a lot to do. So I'm just hoping that they don't sideline them.
When is it out?
I don't know.
I think I want to say July, but I might have made that up because I did a preview on it.
I think the one I know Top Gun is out in May. I am genuinely looking forward to that.
Has that not come out yet?
By the way, lads, I
Sonic
went to
2
see.
years.
I had to go sit through the Batman again, right? But this time I had to sit through it through IMAX, right? Because on Mondays in London, IMAX is cheap; it's only £10. So I had to sit through this one. But I tell you what, right? They showed the trailer for Top Gun Maverick, And
Fucking, I know,
bloody
I'm gonna
hell,
go-
it
I'm gonna
feels
go
like
s-
you're in the plane when you're
I'm gonna
when you're
go see
watching
it on
in
IMAX.
IMAX.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go see it.
absolutely. I'm like bloody hell, better go and see this in IMAX. You know, so I don't know. 'Cause I didn't like the first one at all, but I might go and see this one.
Interesting fact. Guess who was in this area not so long ago in a quarry?
With Haley Atwell.
I don't know, but Tom Cruise was filming some scenes in Derbyshire for that next Mission Impossible film, I think it is.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The train
so
went over the cliff or something, didn't it?
there was a certain radio presenter on a local radio station taking the piss out of him daily, just in case he was listening. Hi, Tom.
Brilliant. Well done.
I just wanted the Church of Scientology following me around. I've got no friends. Would have made a nice change.
Yeah, so no one will know if you're disappeared, which is one of the things they like doing.
Well,
believe it or
all
not.
5 of my listeners, they might notice.
Mhm.
Actually, I'm one of the most listened to shows in the East Midlands. I just thought I'd point that out, you know. Although I'm going to change my voice on Wednesday when I'm back to work. I'm going to go, hello, welcome to the jukebox.
When is so? What did you guys talk about then? What films did you talk about, or what?
We talked about
Disney
Picard for a while.
paedophilia.
Megaforce. Oh, Jonathan says Ace Hunter's headband needs to make a comeback. I totally agree.
Megaforce. I remember that film. Megaforce.
1982. Not Power Rangers Megaforce, I hasten to add.
No. Yeah, it was all spandex, wasn't it, in Megaforce?
Oh,
It was
yeah.
a bit weird.
It's got Michael Beck in it, Henry Silva,
Yes. Yep.
Persis Kambata.
But you know what? Have you seen the making of it? Everybody was convinced this was going to be the next Star Wars film. And you look at it and you see what they're doing, you think, how did they ever think that?
Yeah.
It looks so awful.
You've got Devon from Knight Rider and the bald chick from Star Trek. Hello.
Yeah, that was her second film, wasn't it? After Star Trek.
At least she had hair.
Yeah. She looked good without hair as well.
I asked a question recently on Twitter about Star Trek the Motion Picture, and it was the scene in the Sonic shower, and you know how Kirk's like really gawping at her. I wonder if she was bald elsewhere.
Maybe.
Did Kirk see her final frontier?
Dear, oh dear.
He's got 3 ears, hasn't he?
Who?
Kirk. He's got a
All
left
the
ear.
old ones are coming out.
A right
all the
ear.
old ones. All the old ones.
I'm here all week. Plus, as we said this previously, they were doing the LGBTQ rainbow stuff in 1979, and they weren't going on top of the fucking Empire State shouting about it, were they?
No.
I just finished seeing Dumbledore, the crappy Dumbledore movie. Took my niece to see it.
Oh,
My God, that film is so dull, so slow.
It looks like it.
And Dumbledore's gay. Oh, good grief.
Is he?
Well, no, he is in this country, but Disney being Disney and being very much in favor of gay rights has actually removed all of the dialogue that could imply that for the Chinese market.
Wow.
How come is it Disney can spout all this bullshit and then be total hypocrites when it comes to China? Anything to do with the ka-ching?
Almost all to do with the ka-ching, but it's also, I mean, I think we mentioned on the stream yesterday, at the same time as they're doing all the gay rights stuff in America, they've just expanded Disney Plus to Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Yemen, where if you're gay, you get hanged. So, and no comment from Disney at all on that. So I think anybody expecting any kind of moral consistency from those companies is looking at the wrong place.
Do you know something? That level of hypocrisy, they deserve to fail, because you can't be one thing to one people, then something else to another.
But we know that's what they're doing. Do you know what, right? This is, hopefully they'll trip over their own shoelaces and fall flat on their face and realise what they're doing is wrong.
Like in America and here, Disney Plus, let's stick a rainbow and everything. And their strapline in Saudi is, we fucking hate gays, burn in hell. Do you know what I mean? You can't do that. It's
hilarious. Like
two-faced.
any major company which has multiple social media accounts for regions, every time Pride Month comes around, you just compare all the Western European divisions with all the Middle Eastern ones, and all the Western European, like Netflix in Western Europe, it's all rainbow flags over everything, and completely unchanged for any market except the Western European one, where they just don't like the pride thing. You can generally you can tell a level of hypocrisy that's involved based on the amount of newspeak companies use to justify it. So Disney's explanation for cutting the dialogue from the Fantastic Beasts film is, as a studio, we're committed to safeguarding the integrity of every film we release, and that extends to circumstances that necessitate making nuanced cuts in order to respond sensitively to a variety of in-market factors, which is literally a meaningless statement. But
we're
then
okay
you can
shoving,
tell the hypocrites.
But we're okay shoving agendas down your kids' throats in the West.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But that's but everybody, look, sooner or later everybody's going to realize, and sooner or later Disney has to course correct. They know they have to course correct, otherwise business is going to be so dire that they're going to have to shut everything down.
Yeah, but this woke shit's got to stop. They're trying to please a very small minority while pissing off the entirety of everybody else. Yeah.
But don't worry, money is always the thing that makes
Money
things
talks.
move. So when people decide not to go and see a film because it's
obviously
woke,
rainbow dollars are worth more to them than regular dollars.
no, it's not. This is a cult, as the Lord on the other live stream said, and I totally agree with him. This is a cult. So sooner or later, this cult's going to die out. Hopefully sooner than later. But they can't keep going like this.
There's no L in the cult I'm thinking of. It's got an N in its place. I'm not. I hate to say it, and I hate to use such a.
But you're going to.
Yeah, I know. But it's just fucking head cancer. It's disgusting. Well, it's not disgusting.
It's not good, is it?
No, it's not. So.
And if they took out all that gay stuff in that film, it would make no difference to the story whatsoever.
No, it's like it was tacked on just to
prove
the point.
Mm-hmm.
And it's same with Star Trek, with Discovery. Oh, hang on a minute, Doctor and Engineer are gay. Yeah, and? Oh no, let's fucking slobber all over each other. I don't want to see that shit.
Never mind.
You know, other folk might want to, but that's not what Star Trek's about. Star Trek's about compelling storytelling. It's about, just entertainment, not, oh, hang on a minute, let's pull out a warp speed for a minute because Gavin and Rob want to have a quick bum.
The interesting thing about Discovery is how it genuinely does not give a damn about those particular characters. So, like, its defenders would always say it's representation. It's hammering home on these messages. Actually, no, it's not at all interested in these characters. It doesn't actually care about anything about them. It doesn't ask any questions about what their relationship is in fact like. All it does is, well, they're gay, so that's tick the box. Have them kiss a couple of times because, we need to actually show that. But otherwise, we don't care. They're not developed characters. They are just there to tick a box. That's the only reason. They are so shallow as characters. There's no meaningful discussion about this at all. But I mean, I think I mentioned on the stream yesterday, you've got a really good example of these characters done well, where it fits the story and general audiences love them. And it's something like Arcane, where you have a major character who is gay, but it's not the point of the character. It's just a facet of the character. Everybody loves good characters, whether you're a gay audience person, a straight audience person, whatever. You want good characters, you want good stories, and you can have gay relationships in good stories, which everyone will enjoy, but you don't do that just by having tick box approach to character, because it's just shallow and facile and very irritating.
Like a friend of mine who keeps banging on about how much they love Discovery and New Trek in general. I said to him, name me 7 characters from Discovery. Burnham.
The girl with the robot thing on her face.
Michelle Thingamabob. Yeah, you're getting close. Hidden Tiger, Crouching Dragon and all that. Yeah. That
Doug
chick,
Jones?
That ginger chick with her head shaved. Detman. That's 3. Come on, 4 more. Come on, go on. No, you can't do it, can you?
You genuinely
barely
can't.
made 3.
I've actually got this problem because, like, part 2 of the critique that I'm doing at the moment, there is an episode toward the end of season 4 where some of these crew get involved in the plot, and so I had to summarize it. And I realized when I got to the end of season 4 that I had no idea what any of them were called, or what they'd actually done in the past, and in some cases whether they'd even been in prior episodes. You just don't know them. They are completely irrelevant. They are just thrown in randomly as though, and then they have to try and hastily manufacture these relationships between them as though they've already, they've been played out for years. But none of it makes sense. And the fact that you can get to 4 seasons in and you can name 3 characters in a show and you can't say anything good about any of those characters either. It's a staggeringly badly written series. It's hilariously bad. It's like Batwoman, so bad it's good bad.
And the
They
thing
don't care
is,
though.
people can't even remember the name of the guy who Kevin Spacey's going to kill.
Much like this stream.
It doesn't matter anyway, you know, it doesn't matter what we say. They're going to carry on doing what they're going to do at the end of the day. But, you know, as I said, money is going to be the dividing factor. Once stuff like this doesn't make any money, you know, the companies are going to have to course correct, aren't they? They're going to have to. You see Sony's not, you know, applying this stuff to their stuff. They're not doing it. And Universal isn't either. So,
do you know, I'm sorry to change the subject, but
But
I
you're
have just thought of the perfect solution to rescue Star Trek. Do you know how they're going to do it?
no.
Data's going to come out the shower like Bobby Ewing did in Dallas,
Yeah.
Stream killer.
and no fucker knows what I'm on about. Fuck you all.
No, I do. I'm old enough to remember Dallas and that stupid course corrected episode where he's still alive. I remember that. Totally remember it.
I like the parody they did on Family Guy. What's Family Guy?
Yeah, no, I know Family Guy.
Dallas
But
was amazing. I loved Dallas.
Does anybody remember Saturday mornings before Tiz was Man from Atlantis? I used to love
Yes.
that show.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Brilliant.
amazing.
That started on Saturday evenings though, and then it kind of but then you know, do you remember
That
Runaround?
might have been it, actually. It might have been Saturday tea time.
Go.
I think they might have put it up against Wonder Woman, who was on BBC One.
Wonder Woman. That was a show and a half.
I thought Man from Atlantis was on. Was it on a Thursday or Friday night?
No,
No, it was on a Saturday.
Oh, was it?
Saturdays.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know what was on before Tiz was. It was Space 1999,
of course.
season 2.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
And on BBC One before their crappy kids program, it was the Beachcombers, if you can remember that.
I do remember.
Jim will
that.
fix it.
I've actually seen. I've been past that lake where they filmed Beachcombers.
Really? Is that in Canada?
It is. It's in British Columbia.
Wow, blimey! I remember that character in it called Jesse, who was
The one with the speedboat that jumped over the logs.
yes, yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
just
that
hope.
was-
Floaters.
No, it wasn't Kirsty McCall.
It was oh god.
Sorry.
That
I'm
Too
was
gonna-
soon.
a staple weekday morning
soon.
TV show during the summer holidays. That was.
I would just say to everybody in the chat, this will be the final transmission of the Mr. Brown Alliance.
Well, you do have me on, you idiot. I did warn you.
We've had some highs, we've had some lows.
Sorry, Merv.
I think we're going out with a whimper. Sorry, guys. Moving on.
A whimper, win a bang.
You'll probably see me on the Lost Platoon, if I can say it. You'll probably see me on Lord Cord's channel before long.
Lord.
Do you know
the Lord.
something? I'm not a very good advert for getting invites on other streams.
So
very
what you've
naughty
been
boy.
talking about other stuff as well, apart from that. I mean,
We've just been moaning about stuff in general,
okay.
especially
just the
Ferrero
same.
Rochers.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Have you been to any of the ambassadors' parties, Geek?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. He spoiled me. Definitely.
Oh,
Definitely
with
spoiled
with
me.
his Rocher.
With his Rocher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a fan here. Look at this. Bishop Moore, the mighty Bishop Moore, is
He's
already
already
sub
subbed, yeah.
to the Lord's channel.
Mm.
Oh, well, if I haven't done it in person, welcome to the channel.
Well, the Lord doesn't need any more subs.
I need all of the subs. I'm going to monopolize the subs.
He's got about 40 overnight. Can you believe it?
Oh boy.
Well, he's
snowballing,
obviously connected with these people, with the audience.
I've had 5 in the course of this stream.
Wow.
More
Can't
than was
complain.
The intercourse of this stream.
It's the voice. It's the voice, mate. That's what
It is. Honestly, you can make up any amount of bullshit, but if you put this voice over it, everyone will believe it. It's,
I think you
it's
should.
an
I
asset.
think you should send a demo tape to Radio Posh.
Radio Posh. Which one is that? There's a few Radio Poshes.
Well,
4?
take your pick. You know.
Isn't that Victoria Beckham's radio station?
That's a dated reference. Even I knew that one, but that's
I'm
that's very
here for the
90s.
next 10 minutes.
Anyway,
Lenny Henry.
comes out with a good point.
Do you want to read it?
Yeah, remember that Len Henry was the Rasta character? I bet Lenny's
Yeah.
trying to forget it. Did anybody try condensed milk on bread? Did anybody try that because of that character?
Yeah, but that was funny. I mean, the thing is that he shouldn't be ashamed of that. That's what I can't understand about comedians. They said what they said, and at the time it was funny, acceptable. They should not be ashamed.
Yeah,
about
but isn't
saying
that blackface?
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Even when white people did blackface for a joke, they shouldn't apologize for that, as far as I'm concerned. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
Justin Trudeau got away with it.
Yeah.
You ever
Well,
see
the
the show,
BBC's
Living
never
Colour with,
apologised for the black and white minstrel show, have they?
No, they haven't. But you've seen that show is in America. I think it's called Living Colour, and the only white person they had in it was Jim Carrey,
Yes,
and everybody
that's
else
right.
was black. Right? I don't see them apologising for all the stuff they did in that show. Do you know what I mean? So
Did I hear somewhere on the internets that Jim Carrey's actually married to a fella now?
no, of course he
Or
isn't.
was I being wound up?
He's given up now. He's retiring. He said he's done enough, and I agree. He has done enough. Tell you the truth.
Well,
I still
apparently
think he's funny.
after
personally.
Man in the Moon, he apparently went nuts.
No, he well, he was on. I don't know if you guys watch drive-in comedians in cars and getting coffee.
No, I didn't see that. The Jerry Seinfeld thing.
Yeah, the Jerry Seinfeld thing. He was on Jerry Seinfeld, and he was saying that to play Andy, he literally had to be him right across the board. And he said he went out with Nick Cage for lunch as Andy. And Nick Cage just looked at him and said, I can't stay here. You're freaking me out. And Nick Cage left. But
It just reminded me, I want to see that film where Nicolas Cage plays Nicolas Cage.
oh yeah. That's meant to be funny. It's meant to be
Yeah.
We were
hilarious.
talking about that yesterday, weren't we?
Yeah.
Romeo in the chat. Thing is, by all reports, Disco has very low view numbers. No one watches it. It's funded to meet an agenda. Also, Newhart did the It's All a Dream best.
Discovery's
Bob Newhart. Yeah.
Discovery season 3 premiere was beaten by reruns of some low-budget American game show.
Yeah.
It got
true.
under 3 million viewers, I think it was, which is not good for a premiere of a show.
Yeah,
Well,
but how does it
Doctor
keep
Who
getting
lost
picked
$1
up?
million, didn't it, yesterday? $1 million.
Did it?
Two and a bit, yeah.
We haven't talked about. We haven't talked
When
about
are
Doctor Who
they
yet, have
killing
we?
her off? When's the episode when she
The
bows
next
out?
one. The next one,
And
apparently.
is that next week?
No, I don't know. I don't know when the next one is. Do
No
you know?
idea.
Anybody
Is
know?
Is it Christmas? I've no idea.
I don't care as long as they kill her.
You want it to be a horrible death. don't
Slowly
you?
and painfully.
I definitely want her to get shot like with a machine gun. That would be great.
Oh, that happened to Sylvester McCoy. That wasn't cool.
Yeah, well, Sylvester McCoy deserved it. He was a rubbish doctor, let's face it. He
Well,
really
yeah,
was.
after that Candyman episode, I
Yeah.
think he did deserve it.
He deserved
But
it.
Ace is coming back, apparently.
And she looks like she
Tegan.
needs. They both look like they're old pensioners, and they looks like they're going to drop those two, don't
but
they?
not as embarrassing as when Joe Grant came back in. Was it Sarah Jane?
Sarah Jane. Yeah, but remember, Matt Smith said to her, Joe. He said, Joe Grant. Last time I saw you, the last time I saw you, you were young. Now you look like a prune. He said to her. Do you remember that line?
No, I didn't.
And she was all right with that line because he said to her, "Shall I say this line?" She said, "It's fine." She knows she's had work done to her, and she knows she doesn't look as good as she did. So they just played on it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
she still
they
looks
played on
better than a Pepperami.
Yeah. But these two look awful. The girl who plays Ace, the one that plays
Ace
with
old
Tegan.
pensioner. I like
Tegan.
I will say, are you going to come on one of these one night, my friend? You have an open invite. We'd love you to come on one of these streams.
Doesn't want to come.
I'm glad you said on one of these streams,
Yes.
and not one of the panels.
He adds so much wit. Well done, mate. Excellent.
And he
Open
agrees
invite.
about Ace Hunter's headband. Come on, that's class. I have an unhealthy obsession with Megaforce. I'm sorry.
Megaforce wasn't a very good film. I remember watching it. It was a long time ago, but I remember watching it. It's not a very good film at all.
Shall I see if I can get Tom
You
Constantino
can go off
to
people,
come on?
you know.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Fuck off.
Megaforce. What a weird film that was.
Yeah, well,
I've
it's still
probably
better.
seen
It's
it, but
still
I
better
can't
than the
remember.
Batman film starring George Clooney.
Yeah, I don't know. There was that other film, right? Was the one with that Roger Corman made? It was the most expensive one he made. Was it Battle Beyond the
Battle
Stars?
Beyond the Stars. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
okay in a kind of okay way.
Come
Yeah,
on,
it
it
was
had
a
got
bit.
George Peppard in it and Robert Vaughn.
But
James
also,
Cameron doing special
James
effects.
Cameron
Yeah,
did the
he was the
sets.
art
Yeah,
director.
he
was
was.
the art
Yes.
director.
Spaceship
yeah.
with boobs, brilliant.
Yeah, what was it? Space tits with handlebars. Matt loves that.
And what was the Sybil?
Oh yeah, the one with the big boobies.
Danning.
Danning. She was
Yeah.
great in it.
Yeah. Apparently, her left tit exploded due to altitude. It's all right now.
The thing is, though, the concept is a really good concept. Magnificent Seven in space.
In space,
but
yeah.
Because it was so
Battle Beyond the
cheap.
Stars. Yeah, fun.
Because they should remake that. Actually, they should do a Magnificent Seven in space.
Well,
It's
tell
a
you what,
really good idea.
We'll do a crowdfund. You can make it in.
Would be fun. Yeah, I'll get James Cameron to make me the sets again.
Who would we cast?
I don't know. If you had all the money in the world, you mean?
We'd have Lord Cord as the the John Boy Walton character.
I don't know if you're insulting me with these ancient references. What am I supposed to do?
Stream killer.
I know nothing about casting, so I'm going to nominate Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah.
She can play the Sybil Danning character. We'll give her implants.
No, I know.
Concept. Sybil Danning was a bit of a has-been around that time she was in that film. Now, I think a talentless has-been with big tits, we ought to get Katie Price to do it for cheap.
Katie Price, she's still going.
Is she still around?
Yeah, so I was wondering.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh.
She keeps driving a car unlicensed and running people over, but she just fucking flashes her tits and gets away with it every time.
Oh, well, as we discussed yesterday, Big Brother is coming back, so I'm sure she'll be in there.
Mm.
Oh,
yeah.
She will. We're going to finish it on 2 hours, guys.
All right, then. Bye.
As I said to the chat, probably going to be the last time you see us on the channel.
Why you blame me every time?
It's been a blast.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
It's been a blast. We're definitely going to be back Saturday. Don't know what film we're going to do.
I've just realised why I've been on one.
Oh no, you haven't been drinking.
Yeah, I have. Sorry, I'd forgotten all about that till I just remembered why.
Drinking what? I want to know.
Oh, Scottish orange pop, it's me downfall. I've been on the brew.
So my channel is going to be cancelled because Trevor drank a bottle of Iron Brew and he knows he shouldn't. 2 litre.
Well, look, I pushed the boat out. I went to Iceland to get some Greggs, and they were doing a discount on a big crate of it because it was nearly out of date. And me being me, drinking literally 4 litres a day, and I wonder why I'm diabetic.
That's not good for you, mate.
No, no. I'm fat, Anthony Hopkins famously said, don't, if you see something tasty, eat it. If you want to drink something, you go and drink it. You're going to be dead anyway one day, so you might as well fucking enjoy yourself. Yeah, but it's how you go out in style. When they cremate me, there's going to be enough cholesterol in my body to put the whole crematorium up.
Well, I would say this channel's gone out in style then tonight.
I have reached a new pinnacle in my fat career. Somebody complained over the last few days because it was quite warm. They kept getting the whiff of butter. So I think my body's sort of reached an imbalance of cholesterol. I'm starting to smell like Lurpak. Yeah, but you know what they say about me in the pub, don't you? If I ever got stuck in a lift, I could give myself a tit wank. In fact, the best compliment I had from my wife said I looked like the guy at the end of Dodgeball. You know, where he's at the end going, fucking Chuck Norris. And he's playing with his titties. Apparently, I look like him, and now I've got a moustache. I look even more like him.
Chuck Norris doesn't have a moustache.
No, but what's his name? White Whitman or something? He's got Globo Jim.
Slim.
No, he's a country singer.
Okay. Right then, guys. Chat, you're wonderful. Apologies to
Thank
Melvin. I don't think we'll be seeing Melvin again. Cheers,
Sorry,
Trev.
Merv. Sorry, Merv.
We're going to be back Saturday. We've not decided what film yet. Probably going to be sci-fi, probably. So cheers, guys. Always great to see you in the chat. I'll thank the guests.
Thank you.
Trev, thank you.
And I'm sorry.
Not sorry as me. Swappers.
You're welcome, mate. Thank you very much, Trev. Never apologise.
Oh, I won't do.
Until I get cancelled. Ian, thanks for popping in. Good to see you, mate.
No worries, guys. No worries.
And last but by no means least, praise the lad. Praise the lad. Cheers, lad.
Thank you, as always.
I think that's it. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.